Good morning.
Good morning. Art Beauty Equilibrium podcast family coming to you live
Yes.
from Los Angeles, California. G, what we got on the lineup?
Man, let's get right into it. It's episode 271. Are the new safety rules at airports and on cruise ships protecting us or policing our culture? We're going to get into that a little bit. On this week's episode, we got Lauryn Hill. She performed in front of an empty arena at Essence Fest. Was it bad planning or bad press? TSA's pilot program may finally bring an end to you having to take your shoes off. California's hands-free law just got even stricter. You can't even touch your phone no more. Carnival cruise backlash grows over new cultural clashing rules. Diddy convicted under the Mann Act and granted no bail. Trump's UFC stunts. He going to have a damn fight at the White House.
What?
Yes, Long Beach.
No, you kidding me.
Tries open container drinking. And we also going to get into the deep dive about
And Santa Monica.
the Carnival cruise ship rules, yeah.
So where we at first?
Let's get into it. So first of all, Lauryn Hill, she hit the stage at 2:30 a.m., they said, at Essence Fest. And they said it was not her fault.
I'm glad you brung that up.
Yeah.
Because shout out to Maud and Chloe from Syncopated Ladies. I was hollering at them last night, and Maud said that performance was amazing, even though it was super late. But she said the reason why it was late, it was not because of Lauryn Hill, surprisingly this time. What's up, Shima?
Morning.
Hey, y'all.
It was because of the prep, setting up and everything.
Yeah.
Said it was taking forever.
Right.
And no shade to them, but she said it was some old cats, they know that after a certain amount of time, they get time and a half. So they were just taking their precious time.
Not for the, and that's good. I'm glad you said it because a lot of people were also saying because of, Target was a sponsor.
So
and they wanted to clear that up. Like, this is not because of Target, because Essence basically said, like, I guess they had already had that in their contractual agreement, and they couldn't break away from the sponsorship.
Right.
So people were reporting like a lot of issues with things being properly promoted, etc. So,
but it wasn't Target. What I heard yesterday was it wasn't because of Target. Target donated so much money, right? It's just that because of the DEI, a lot of things weren't where they were last year. So a lot of things were taken back. Even Chloe and Ma was saying that their booth, right, was half the size of their usual booth, Okay. And it was a lot of things that just
weren't right.
So the money they put into it last year wasn't the same. So it was a lot of things that I guess you could say wasn't the same, because of the DEI and everything.
But I'm glad they came out and said it wasn't her fault because, she has a reputation for showing up late. But
also they said the night after was the same thing, but nobody reported that.
That's what I'm saying, because Lauryn Hill has a reputation for showing up late.
Yeah, so it wasn't Lauryn Hill.
Put that on that sister, and I'm glad that they at least came out and defended her and said not only did she show up on time, but she gave a hell of a show
showed out.
To basically empty arena. So,
yeah, she showed out. Like, they said that people were screaming out songs like, play this. And then she was like, y'all want to hear that? And she was like, we didn't even prepare for that. And the guitarist was like, doom, 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 start playing these songs. But yeah, they said it was an amazing show. Said the whole weekend was pretty dope. Even though on social media, I was hearing that it wasn't, but He said it was dope. So yeah.
Cool. So we got some mixed reviews. All right, moving on. TSA pilot program. No more shoe removal. Saying you can keep your shoes on. They are testing this out. LAX, Fort Lauderdale, and a few other airports. They said they got advanced scanners now that can scan right through the J's.
Yeah.
I haven't taken off my shoes in a long time.
Well,
so
that's
I
'cause you
don't
got-
know.
Look,
Yeah.
Jason, like, I don't do what the peasants do. Y'all still have to remove your shoes.
Shut up, George.
What you got? How you avoid that? Tell the people.
I
Why
got
you don't have to take your shoes off.
I got TSA pre-check and clear.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you just look into a little.
Oh,
scan-
and yeah,
they
like
scan
I don't
your
take
eye.
out my ID. They just scan my face.
They know you.
Yeah.
They know you up there.
So in regards to the scanners, like because it's a pilot program, I want to know how long they'll take to determine that they need to put it everywhere. You know what I mean?
Right. They said if
Yeah.
it's successful, but here's my thing. How do you grade if something is successful? What if it's no attacks? Like, how do you,
Ooh,
you know what I'm
let's
saying? How do you grade the
Say that
success?
again?
Like, in other words, how do you measure the amount of success? Like, you basically have to not catch anything, basically, right? So if something gets through, it's not a success. But if you catch everything, if you catch something, then I guess it's a success. But they're going to pretty much roll this out everywhere if it's a success.
Right.
They're going to start off in these few markets and roll it out. So you may get to keep your shoes on if you're flying out of select airports. Jason's been keeping his shoes on. so
I mean, I just feel like safety first. That's why the shoes came off anyway. So it's whatever they can do to keep it safe.
Hey man, I was getting tired of that, bro. Like
Yeah.
I really was.
Can you
I'm
keep
like,
your
I gotta
belt
take my
on?
shoes off.
I don't
Man,
like taking my belt off.
I don't
man.
like taking my belt off either.
Yeah.
You know?
So let's move on. California has a stricter hands-free law. So if you do not know, an appeals court ruled that drivers can't listen to this, y'all. You cannot even hold your phone even to check your map. So
Damn.
it's not about talking on your phone. It's not about texting. You cannot hold your phone. You cannot touch your phone. You got to have it on a little mount. Set it and forget it. You can look at it. That's about it. That's the new law. And the appeals court just ruled that. So
That is so whack, but I guess I gotta go buy one of them what's your face?
yeah, and set your coordinates in before you even take off. It's no, because you can't say, oh, let me get the address, text me that, and put
Right.
it in. Like if they see you touch your phone, basically.
Oh, you can't even touch your phone from the thing?
No.
Oh, come on, bro. What if you had a red light?
Nah, man, you gotta call 911. That's it.
Man, what if you was getting jiggy, right? And the next song, say you was playing, just had a random song, right? And the song wasn't cool. You had to skip. You don't get a ticket because you want boop. Skip song? That's whack.
Yeah.
That's whack.
Yeah, more
Whack.
money, more money.
They gonna,
Exactly.
man. I hope they don't get me. I
In a
pray
minute,
they
they
don't
might
get.
just put your phone.
I pray they don't get
put
me.
your phone in the damn trunk.
Yeah.
Don't even ride with it, because in a minute, like, what's next?
Oh
So
man, that's whack.
So it's a lot going on when it comes to the money. I'm pretty sure this is going to shoot the tickets through the roof when it
Hell
starts.
yeah, they
getting-
about to get everybody.
But it's also it is. I mean, just to say, phones are like a very, 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 very strong distraction, and I feel like we're so used to, even like you said, changing the song, even putting a different music service on, even changing the playlist when we're driving, even at a red light. You know what I mean? And the thing is,
You're right.
it's
You're
for
right,
two
Shayna.
reasons. It's for safety, and it's going to be like, of course, a money grab, because I'm sure.
Okay,
I'm
but,
sure.
But check this out. If,
Tickets are gonna
if
skyrocket.
you're so
Rocket.
concerned with my safety, why you put a 200-foot screen showing movie previews on the street then?
Man, look, dog,
Hey,
dog,
hey.
So I could watch I
Flashing.
could watch a new trailer while I'm driving.
flashing.
It's about money. Don't get me wrong, it
Man.
is safety and that's a real thing. I'm not trying to belittle that or diminish, how driver safety, but it's so many distractions on the street.
Let me
Right,
interject.
right.
Let me interject. Shout out to the Lincoln lawyer Jai. He said it allows them to target blacks. Thank you, Jai.
Wait,
Shout out to
what?
Jai.
Hey, I want to
I mean,
ask him.
everything
I want
hits
to
target.
ask Jay, like, how does that?
You still on here, Jai?
Yeah, hopefully. How does that only impact like blacks? Or I don't understand that, because everybody uses their phone.
If you still on here, Jai, please answer that.
Yeah.
Please answer that. But
But it's crazy to not even be able to put an address in, to not even. I mean, they got QR code. Like, think about this. When you exit, okay, so now let's get ticky tack now. When I'm pulling out the parking lot and I got to scan the QR code with my phone to pay for my parking, am I gonna get a ticket?
Exactly. Exactly. Absolutely.
I'm like, I can't pay y'all.
Or
Right.
you following maps on your phone,
Yeah.
right? And it says another route saved you 5 minutes.
You
can't press and say accept.
No.
Oh yeah,
Nope.
that's why.
Then don't they say, man? Anyway,
Be careful. Be
be
careful
careful,
in these
y'all.
streets.
Because money is funny already, and we don't need to have the courts filled up with screen touch violators.
I got one before we change subjects. I
ahead.
got one. Get tint on the front window. Boom. That settles it. Okay, it says think of window tint now. Yeah.
Yeah, my money is.
Oh yes, he said think of window tint now because
Yeah.
with I see what he's saying. So just like how window tint, they get you pull over. Oh, I'm pulling you over because your window tint. Oh, let me search your shit. Oh, excuse me, let me search your
Oh,
stuff.
I see what you're saying. Because there's no way to prove I touched my screen.
Exactly. So now it's like, I
saw
see
you
you on
touch
your
the screen.
phone. Let me search your car. Thank
All right,
you.
I got you,
Thank you,
Jai.
Jai.
That
Thank
makes
you.
sense.
That makes a lot of
It
sense.
ain't no way to prove I touched my phone.
Yeah.
I
So,
pulled you over because I saw you touch your screen.
Yeah, you know.
I didn't touch my screen.
Exactly.
Now I smell marijuana.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's all
You
bad.
know.
All right. Okay.
And they crucial because I
Which
got
leads
pulled
me
over for wearing a hat one time. So
You know what I'm interested in knowing? How are they able to actually have their phones on them? Because I see a lot of officers cruising around and they do have their.
yes.
You know what I mean? Like, why isn't it like put their phones in the
Yeah.
even if it's like a work use?
They
Like,
got
why?
a whole goddamn computer in their car.
Right, but why not just leave their phone in the
With
trunk?
they
You know?
got a trackpad. Anyway, we'll spend all day on this.
Once again, thank you so much, Jai, for
Yeah,
that.
shout out Jai.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Carnival Cruise sparks cultural clash and outrage. So, Carnival Cruise, for those who do not know, just has a whole new list of bans for their cruises, and some are saying it's targeting black passenger culture. It's being criticized. These are some of the rules. No more Bluetooth speakers. You cannot use Bluetooth speakers on the cruise ship. No rap is being discouraged from even being played at all. They have new age limits to anybody under 21. You now have to be accompanied. There's different rules to
About 25-year-old, yeah.
to adults. And this one is crazy. No more fans.
No more clacks. No more
You
clacks.
can't use a fan.
No more boots on the ground.
Oh,
Stop
but
it.
That's come on.
hey,
You have to do
man,
that
That,
one.
this
Look.
is this.
That's petty.
it is, but you just got some. It might be annoying to somebody.
You know what? I want to say cruises.
Anybody could find anything. And hold on.
True.
Go ahead. I just thought of something.
I just want to say cruises go to hell because the recent documentary that
That's
I
what
just
I was
watched.
getting out my head.
Okay,
Y'all
you need to
got-
be promoting and inviting as many people as you can.
Yeah, I got feces
Because-
sliding down the hallway. Talking
Right,
about I
this
can't
Oh,
have no fans.
come on, man, that's nasty,
Hey, go watch Shipwreck, the poop cruise. That's Carnival, right?
bro. Look.
Hey.
Real talk. I'm not getting on a cruise.
Talking about, man, I might
So
need that fan.
why would you do all that? You know what I mean? When you
They
absolutely
said
need people.
They said these cruises are disgusting. I get it, you know, but let's just go back to the topic, right? And I understand some of this stuff because they said they were fighting over lawn chairs or
that's
the
a new
deck
rule,
chairs,
too.
right? Like you can't just hold the chair. That's the people were getting the fights over that. I understand. I get it.
Where they was also fighting over toilets. So
I'm done, Jordan.
I'm just saying, man, like, I get some of this stuff, but when it comes to things like no fans,
That's
I mean,
excessive. It's like,
that's
wow.
kind of like, what's that about?
Yeah.
A fan? A fan when the music is playing. Like,
Right.
Come on,
I
it's
mean, it
not
could
like
be a
they just-
weapon. Hey, look, they had it in Mortal Kombat.
All right, you can have electronic fans, but moving on.
Hey, just be with your electronic fan. Where them fans at? Vroom, 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 vroom.
I just feel like, honestly, it's just, I'm tired. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of like.
Everybody always bullying us or picking
I mean,
on
it's
us.
just,
Yeah,
it's
I
just
get it.
senseless. Like, get a life. Like, go. Go
Hey, you know
do
what?
something.
I,
know
I,
what this-
I have
this-
to play
this-
devil's advocate though, because some of us do come out and don't respect others' space.
But Jason, just think about it.
That's
First of all, if
everybody.
you're on certain cruise lines
just
are
us.
known
Everybody
for
does
a party
that.
culture anyway. That's the whole point of a lot of these cruises. It's like when you look at the documentary and a lot of these cruise lines or whatever, like people are going to have like a boozy.
On marijuana too.
Right.
They also no more marijuana.
Oh no, that's just bull jive.
See that?
Oh,
see,
now they
that-
got your
that-
attention.
here's
Yeah, they got my attention. I don't even
the-
smoke that much, but hell.
No more marijuana.
Oh yeah, that's whack. Yeah, I don't approve of that. So you can have all this alcohol on the cruise, but you can't have no
Cannabis-free.
marijuana.
They
Oh, that's
said
bull jive.
They are,
That is
they
bull
are-
jive.
They are observing federal law, not state law. But I'm like, you on the ocean.
Yeah, shut
That's
up.
maritime law. What the
Maritime,
hell?
I don't know. So
Yeah, it's legal.
I guess they trying to
There's all kind of drugs in the
they're
water.
trying to appeal to a demographic,
Something in the water.
switch up things. So a lot of people are like, well, I'm not going on that cruise. But I think just like with everything else, this will create an opportunity for another cruise line to say, hey, you know what? We'll have we'll allow some of these things, because when you think about it,
That's gonna be Virgin. Watch.
when you think about it, you remember like Super Bowl cruises and things like that. Like people,
I've never been. Don't want to go.
right? That's not for you, but some
No.
people love it.
Yeah,
It's something for
absolutely
everybody.
not.
Like some people might want to go to a certain type of, and I get that, but to make things to ban fans does seem like a little bit of a
I
cultural.
would just like to
Wow.
say, Royal Caribbean, this is your chance. I would love to see.
Or Virgin.
Exactly. I would
Yeah.
love to see commercials geared towards, fans or misters or all kind of stuff. But anyway,
Yeah. Moving on, we gotta move on. Sean Combs was acquitted on the major charges. I know we're a little late to this, but this happened right after last week's podcast. He was
We ain't
acquitted
late.
of trafficking and the major charges. He's not found guilty of RICO, but he was convicted of transporting someone with the intent for prostitution, which is actually the Mann Act. If you do your research, like this is the act that got Jack Johnson back in the day, and like
Yes.
this is the Mann Act originally.
Trying to take
It was used to get Jack Johnson, and it was the part that they removed. It also had in the original law transporting for immoral purposes. So that was too vague, and that's how they was able to get Jack Johnson, because you trying to take something down, that's immoral. So you take somebody across state lines. It's a lot of people that have been guilty of the Mann Act then, but I'm just saying. So now it's changed, and that's what Puff Daddy was found guilty of, and a lot of people feel like it was more of a conspiracy that he got denied bail, and it was said in coverage that he was denied bail due to a history of violence and the risk to the witness. So Cassie reached out with her lawyers, and they said that they were in fear of retaliation, some type of harm coming their way. So he's denied bail. I believe he will get sentenced in October. So he's going to be in there until his sentencing date.
They gonna let
in
that boy
October.
out in October. They gonna let him out.
Think so?
Man, it's about to be the remix. Take that.
All
What you
right.
gonna do when you get out of jail? I'm gonna do
we
the
will see.
remix.
Also, Donald Trump is to host, get this, a UFC fight at the White House.
Grenades.
Plans for 2026.
Why?
He's celebrating America. It's like 250th birthday party for America, and he
He gonna have the wrestling match on the front line?
yeah. Dana White has confirmed it.
Oh, I was just joking. For
They
real?
said it's going to be a circus. It's going to be at the White House, 20,000 people.
wow.
That's going to be crazy.
Oh my God.
They should have him doing when they ask him for mercy, he could be like, finish him. Yeah. Long Beach is now, they have green-lit public drinking zones. So you're going to be able to now drink in Long Beach. The sip zones, as they call them,
Sip.
allow legal consumption of alcohol in designated areas, outdoors, outside. The bars participating in this will be able to give you a beverage with a bracelet for those 21 and older, and you can walk around Vegas style and sip your drink in Long Beach. So I think we talked about this, and I think they're getting ready for the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jinx, yeah.
Yeah.
And World Cup.
Yeah, and Santa Monica, as you said, you can also.
Now,
Do that in
shout
certain
out
parts of Santa
to I was just about to say that. So shout out to Long Beach, shout out to Santa Monica. I just have one question: why y'all gonna wait till me and G stop drinking to to do all this? This would have been fun when we was drinking, but we don't. I barely drink, and George don't drink at all. Thanks a lot, Long Beach.
Oh man, that's probably better for everybody. I don't need to be outside.
Hey, look,
That's probably better
'cause I'd
for
have been
everybody.
running down the street. We're streaking. Let's
It's
go.
probably better for everyone. Yeah, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad I missed that one.
Oh boy, I
That'd
used to
been
be
devastating.
wild out there. Woo, I am glad I am older and more
I
responsible.
want to say this was like most certainly like, I guess, reignite bar crawls. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, big
for the
time.
city, especially bringing it back during the summer. You know.
Hey
Facts.
man, look, I did one in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
It is fun.
Oh,
You did one in Japan. It's fun.
I saw
Yeah.
the video.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw the video of the place where you went. Yeah, that's amazing.
That wasn't
Yeah.
a bar crawl, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay, okay.
we just lucked up and got there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we almost
Okay.
there, dog. We got phone
Okay.
calls, people walking up.
Yeah,
Right.
Man, we trying to do work. All right,
Right.
real quick, our deep dive with TSA with the scanners.
that thing is loud today.
phone.
Yeah, man. It's probably somebody trying to get on the.
I would like to say this. Long Beach, they also created a certain ambiance with the area because a lot of the restaurants are also creating outside spaces. You know what I mean? So you can have like a lot of patio seating. You can be outside. It's not just inside too. You can have like a lot of places to like be outside.
Sidebar, I think with the help, fortunately and unfortunately, with the pandemic, because remember a lot of restaurants
Exactly.
start going outside. So
Yep.
now there's probably like a little segue to make a
Right.
little bit more cheese.
Right.
I don't like eating outside. I don't.
Right. And I'll tell
I
you this,
don't,
they said
but-
that Santa Monica's revenues were down since the pandemic. So this is going to hopefully rejuvenate, the revenue
yeah.
down there. So we'll see.
All right, so let's talk about our deep dive is with all these new rules, right? With the TSA, new scanners, the cruise ship restrictions, not being able to touch your phone. Do y'all feel, when I ask everybody in the chat and y'all, is this like, do you respect the safety part of it, or do you think it's like overreach on like, it's for safety, but with safety balancing overreach and personal encroaching on your privacy and culture, like, what's your take on that? Do you think it's too much, or are you okay with it?
I have not been on a cruise.
Well, this
So-
is everything: the texting, the cruising, the scanning your body.
Well, it's overreach, but they get the kinks out. It's already done. What can I say? I don't approve of it, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I will be happy that everybody now cannot take their shoes off at the airport.
Yeah.
You know
But
what?
the fans wasn't hurting nobody. On a cruise ship.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like in regards to like the cameras and the phones and the rules with the TSA, okay, that's for safety, but we all know what's coming. It's basically encroaching on personal space, you know what I mean? And regardless of what we believe, it's bound to happen, it's going to happen, especially with all the new developments with AI. I mean, you have the flocking cameras seeing everything anyway.
Right.
So at the end of the
Right.
day, it ain't nowhere to hide. You know what I mean? It's like, it is what it is. It's going to be out there. Anyway, as far as protections, yeah, you want to feel like when you go somewhere and when you travel with your family or whatever, like you're safe. But then when it goes to like stuff like you spending your money to have fun, it's like I want to tell the cruisers, like, get out of here. Get out of
Right,
here. I'm
facts.
spending my money to have fun. You know what I mean? So stop trying to police me on vacation. Stop trying to police me when the whole point is me to try to have fun, especially when your track record is having fires in the middle of the ocean with no Wi-Fi and fecal matter swimming down the hallways. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this.
It's like, get a grip.
That is gross.
Let me ask y'all this question. All right. When it comes to like these regulations and rules, right? When they meet head on culture, right? So you got rules that seem to be or feel like, at least to some, that they're targeting their culture. I wonder who makes that call, and do they factor in like culture? Because it feels like if you like, especially with the fans, that's my main one. Like when you have, we all know that that's a very popular dance among some cultures, and we see people bringing in fans. So to say you can to ban a fan, something that's supposed to cool you off, but you can still bring electronic fans. But my whole point is when culture meets rules, who's making that call? Who's making that decision? Is it equal representation? Is somebody there to say, this is harmless? Is there somebody in the room to say, no, this will go away. This is just a fact. Like, you don't need to make a rule about it. It's a hot song right now. Everybody's not going to have a fan next year.
Everybody will not have a fan next year.
It just speaks to how tone deaf they are. It's like, instead of like banning them, they should have had where they have like nights where they have like that's the theme. You know what I mean?
I'd have hollered at that.
A fan
got
night.
That artist and booked him. Did the fan
like,
cruise?
Yeah, have a fan night. Where them fans at?
Right, people ordering fans on Amazon, people selling fans, people making fans, all these fans, whatever. Now you want to ban the fans? Like, invite them on there with the fans. You know? Just
want to let y'all know, what is it? Virgin, and what's the other one?
That way, when this boat stops, you can have something to at least cool your ass off in the hot shit.
Royal Caribbean, we want a percentage because this is our idea. If you get
now I'm mad.
If you guys get the artists and do a fans night, we want a percentage because we brought it to the public first. You know. When they give you lemons, you make lemonade. Or tequila, a margarita, whatever, So yeah.
And I feel like this, because this is what we're talking about is protection versus encroachment on culture, right? And my thing is like, when do other cultures see their concerns immediately impact change in laws? Because it feels like, hey, we have a long list of things that we would like addressed and changed, and I think that underneath this change is a feeling of like, why is this not only a problem and an issue, but it seems to be immediately corrected. Immediately.
I see.
Like we're going from, hey, this is making me uncomfortable, to policy in a very short amount of time.
Right.
And when other groups of people are uncomfortable, it seems like you just get used to it.
But that's the theme, and that's what's happening in America. When other cultures don't care about when other groups are targeted, that's exactly what happens. You know what I mean? And it's like, you have to think about it. Although there are largely groups that are affected by different things, and this is, I'm gonna take this to ICE, because a lot of people are complaining and, oh yeah, you shouldn't have came in this country anyway, whatever, and all this kind of stuff, whatever. But at the same time, these people knew that they were hiring gardeners who were illegal immigrants, and they know that they were paying them.
So, yeah.
And then they have the nerve right now to complain because their gardens and their lawmans, and I've seen pictures of like neighborhoods and neighborhoods and blocks of people who have unkept yards because the people are afraid to come out and work. You know what I mean? Largely in these states, a lot of red states, but largely in places where they know that the people are their ops. You know what I mean? So why are you seeing these things, whatever, and not having sensitivity towards it when it's just like being human? Like, you have to always think about being a human first. And I think that it's largely goes out to like people who say things and then don't act on what they say. You have people on the boards who shouldn't be on the board. You have people who are not inclusive. You have people who don't think about, just like Target or whatever, they don't think about the impact that a certain culture or a certain group would have on them or whatever, and then now they're at a loss. Right. So I just feel like if you want to just be a person who's going to be selling goods and services or even talking about something or whatever, at least be inclusive. At least have somebody on the board who can speak for all people.
There you go. Everybody, comfort matters. Everybody should be comfortable. I think that's well said. On that note, That's it.
That's
All
it.
we got, y'all. We will see y'all next week.
Yeah, good topics today.
See you next week.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe,
Where them
and share.
fans at?
It's free 99.
Imagine getting kicked off the cruise because you snuck a fan on there.
See?
Kick it up.